Okay, and here's the beginning of the next project. Bought this for a whole 35 bucks. It's uh, 2-horse Briggs. That's mainly what I was after, and it appears to be probably early 60s. I can't remember how long it's been since I've seen a white one. But anyways, it's a golden boy. Right. Let's see if we can get this focused in on it. Right there. There it is. Golden boy. Yes, indeedy do. But we're not worried about the golden boy part. I might steal a few parts off of it. He's got quite a few good things. He's got really a nice cradle that the engine sits in. But like I said, I just picked it up for 35 bucks yesterday. I didn't even try to start it. And we're going to do that right now. See what we got here. Yeah, got gas in it. A little low, but it's got oil in it. Let's see if it'll start. Well, it runs good. Too bad it fog out the whole neighborhood. But, set of rings cure that. They might be from sitting for ages, you know. Who knows how long this engine's been sitting around between fire-ups, but even for as much as it smokes, it sure starts easy. I mean, that was a cold start. I never even attempted to start it. The guy might have started it yesterday before he sold it to me. I just want to make sure it turned over and had compression, which it does. And as you see, it fires right up. So yeah, it'll be well worth throwing a set of rings in. And probably wouldn't take, if I had a junk 3-horse, I could convert it to 3, but I might just leave it at 2. Set of rings. But inevitably, it's going to end up on a little mini bike. And what I'm going to do with it is adapt on a Kickstarter, and that's the main reason for getting this engine is my Kickstarter project. So stay tuned for that as that progresses along. I'll share every little detail with you. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Okay, so here's the first thing we got to do. I got to pull up the top dead center on compression. I marked it right here with a little piece of tape, and we have to see how many revolutions this motor does for one pull on the rope. That way we can figure our ratios out from there. So here it is, top dead center. Okay, I'm pulling. Okay, so got 1, 2, we're back to compression, and we're pretty much there on just on 2 revolutions, and that's really way out there. I mean, nobody pulls the rope that far to bring it to 3. All right, so basically you need something, anything over 2 revolutions will do the trick. So we got that. So now we know that. Okay, so this is what we got. This has got 18 teeth. This is the part that'll fit. Braze that in there, or weld, whatever you prefer. It's got 18 teeth. That's the final sprocket on the crankshaft. This is 52 teeth, and that gives you 2.8 to 1 ratio. but you're only going to use half of this sprocket because when you kick it, it's going to go like that. So you're only using a half a revolution here. So that 2.8, which would have been ideal, turns into 1.4 to 1 ratio. So you would only get, just a little less than 1.5 revolution of the engine with one kick. It's not enough. You got to have at least 2. You got to start with compression, bring it around, bring it back, and just a little past that compression to get it started. So I got this sprocket, which is 24 teeth, and I got this one that's 44 teeth. That is, let's see, I got my figures here. That's 1.83 to 1. So you take that 1.83 to 1 and multiply it times to 1.4 to 1, and you end up with 2.56, which is a little bit better than 2.5 revolutions of the crankshaft with one kick. And that's really, really good. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I got to bore this hole out a little bit, won't be any big deal. Put it on there and weld them together, leave enough gap, just enough gap there for the chain, both chains to clear each other. Then this will be mounted for the kick. It will run a chain to the smaller sprocket, which will be mounted to the bigger sprocket, and then this sprocket will be driving that sprocket. Now that, like I said, that'll bring you to a final ratio of 2.56 to 1, a little better than 2.5 turns on a kick. Now the one other thing is you're kicking this way, but the motor is actually turning that way. So to reverse the direction, this sprocket and this sprocket will be linked together with a chain. I will come over the top of this and then bring it underneath the bottom of this, and that will in turn reverse rotations between this sprocket and that sprocket, which will turn the engine in the right direction. Well, this is where I'm at now. Okay, here's the first step. I got this piece of the wrench that I cut off and got brazed on there, and I got enough space there to hold it away from the screen and the flywheel and everything, so the chain has plenty of room to go around it, and it'll be like that. And then when it pulls, it'll pull this way, and then the spring will pull it back that way, and then you pull, and that's all there is to it. Oh, that's phase 1 of putting this Kickstarter together. Okay, so here we have the gear reduction, or actually gear multiplication, that goes between the Kickstarter pedal itself and the motor. And I bored that out. It's just a hair over an inch and an eighth there. And so that fits on that like that. And I'll just weld these together. This actually is originally a keyed shaft, but I got these bushings that'll fit in there, nice press fit. Also where the set screw once was supposed to go, I got a grease fitting to go in there. So I'm going to put these 2 bushings in. I'm going to put the grease fitting in first after I weld it, and I'm going to, it may protrude just a little bit, but I'm going to press these in, leave a little, one on each side, leave a little gap in the middle right where the grease fitting is, and then I'll just cut the excess off. I got this little shoulder bolt that the bushings fit on just perfectly, and the shoulder itself is right there. It's just the right length, and then I got a nylock nut to finish the whole works off. So that's what I got going here. So I took it, I got this little circle of thin washers here that I'm setting this on. See, sure, okay, that's the outside. So the outside's down. This will raise it slightly up. This will sit in the middle, That way, when I got it welded together, there'll just be a slight reveal here. In fact, I'm not even going to weld this side, so I'm going to try to keep the chrome nice and shiny there. In fact, I got to grind a little of that off so I'm not welding directly to chrome. That'll be like that, like that. I'll line up the grease fitting so it fits in the gap here. It's a little easier to get to. And with that's going to be what's going to multiply it a little better than 2 times. So I'm going to carry on here. Well, it didn't come out as pretty as I was hoping it would, but it's done. I got the bushing there cut off. Cut off there. Got the hole for the grease fitting. I got to put that in yet, but there's a little gap between the bushings, just enough to let the grease through. Fits nice on the bushing, and that's all it needs to do. So that part, I'm gonna end up, I'll just paint it and be done with it. It'll look good then. So got that part done.